Welcome everyone to episode 13 of Game Scoop Thursdays. We are broadcasting to you from the observation deck on the UNSC Infinity. I'm Alex O'Connor, and joining me here today is a guy who can hide in Halo as well as June, Mr. Jeremy Jones.
Hi there.
And now a man who took on an entire platoon of hunters with nothing but the Halo 2 Magnum and a frag grenade, Mr. Terence Thompson.
What's going on, everybody?
So this week we saw the first of three large game releases. All at one time. We had the Master Chief Collection, Assassin's Creed Unity, as well as Assassin's Creed Rogue 2, Sonic games, Shape Up, and I think something else came out as well. I don't remember what that other one was. So we had all of that, and at least two of us here picked up the MCC and Unity. Jordan, who is not here on this episode, unfortunately, also picked up the MCC Unity and also Rogue. Jamie picked up the MCC as well as Unity. So I guess now we can just talk about what we've been playing this week, which is clearly the MCC and Unity. Jeremy, what are your opinions on those as of now?
Master Chief Collection looks super pretty. Very excited about that. We'll be more excited when they get their multiplayer features actually up and running. And Assassin's Creed Unity, I've heard horrible issues on it with PC. But as far as console goes, everything seems to be running fairly smoothly, despite a few weird issues, like people like standing on light poles and things like that. But I'm just going to go ahead and ignore those because in a big game like that, things are going to happen. I mean, I didn't bat an eye at it when like that stuff happened in like Fallout or Oblivion, so I'm not really going to complain about it in something like Assassin's Creed Unity.
Have you seen any of the horribly misshapen faces?
No, I have not, actually.
Okay. That might be a PC-only issue then. Terrence, what have you been playing this week?
I have been just staying steady on Smash Brothers and playing the Shadow of Mordor. I've been just like back and forth playing those. Yeah, so I've just been staying with the norm for the past couple of weeks.
Friday, Smash Brothers for the Wii U.
Yes, I got mine fully paid off and everything, and I found all my old GameCube controllers and everything.
I still have $0 down on that after that glitch in GameStop system. I still got, when Smash Brothers first appeared in the system at GameStop, you could pre-order it and put $0 down on it and still have it pre-ordered.
That's the most beautiful pre-order in the world, right there. No money towards everything.
Right. Oh yeah. So I've been playing the Master Chief Collection, trying to get into multiplayer as much as I can, which I am currently sitting in the multiplayer lobby with. We had 10 people at first. Now we are 2. And we are both on the same team. And it's been like this for a while now. So it's not even loading the game like this. So they are working on it. They think they have found the main source of the issue. So hopefully they're able to fix that. In other news, Halo 2 Anniversary looks beautiful. Just amazing. It's awesome to see how the graphics look with everybody, like all the characters' faces now. And Unity, I'm actually not liking Assassin's Creed Unity. The entire opening portion just reminded me too much of Assassin's Creed 2 and seemed like they were following along the same story where you're chasing the girl, your family dies, and it's kind of virtually the same, almost the same beginning. So I don't really know what to think of Unity so far. Just other than I'm not liking it too much, but I mean that may change as I progress further into the game. So I know there's not really anything. Jeremy, wasn't there some mention about a Destiny update possibly?
Destiny did have a bit of information about what they're going to be doing in the future. They do have plans for an update with an opt-in matchmaking voice channel. in addition to details about the next Iron Banner, which I think they're going to be loosening up the balancing act that they did before, because before they had actually had it more so that the level advantage was more minor. They're planning on making it more so that the level advantage actually means a lot now, which a lot of people wanted from it. So we'll see how that works. Because it'll definitely be interesting to see how the next Iron Banner plays out.
Nice. I know that this week we're seeing two major drops for games. This Tuesday we've got Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, and Grand Theft Auto 5 for the Xbox One and PS4. And then on on Friday, we've got Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, as well as Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. So these are the last of the three kind of giant bundles that are releasing, so to speak. So who's picking up any of those, Terrence?
I'm going to try to get everything that you just named, like straight up. I'm trying to get all of it, the entirety.
No, just
And Jeremy, how about you?
Not a whole lot in my future for the time being. Probably going to be picking up Super Smash Brothers eventually, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't have a Wii U right now, so I will get to it eventually, just not right now.
Yeah, I'm out of everything that I just mentioned, I'm getting it all except for GTA 5.
You're not getting
GTA 5 is a necessity.
I forgot you don't like GTA for
It's
some
not
reason.
a necessity.
It's a necessity for
It
me.
is not
That game is so beautiful.
Terrence, you are GTA 5.
Exactly. Everything in its entirety is me. That's my representation of life.
Oh man, I could definitely see you being the I don't remember his name now, but he was the guy that has the sun. One of the three main characters, the guy who has the sun.
I know exactly who you talk about, and I cannot think of his name for nothing right now.
No.
And I'm kind of ashamed of myself because I love that story so much.
Jeremy, come on, help us out. What's his name?
Who? What?
In GTA 5, out of the three main characters.
I haven't played GTA 5.
Well, this is saddening. I thought you have. Well then.
I was waiting for the PC release.
That's right. Yeah, that's Tuesday. True. Yeah, so whoever that guy is, I can definitely see you being him, Terrence.
Yeah, I can do what I can to make it happen. It's nothing to me. I can.
Just make sure you pull down someone's balcony or whatever at some point in time.
And I already did that last week.
Why am I not surprised? Yeah, so there's just some good things coming out. I'm still thinking about maybe trying. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because I'd have to go through the rest of Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 before playing Inquisition. But I really just want to jump into Inquisition. So I don't know. Am I able to keep it sealed up and on a shelf that long? I'm not sure. Anyway, back to the Master Chief Collection discussion. There are the severe difficulties that they are having with the matchmaking.
Just putting it nicely. But.
Yeah, I mean, came to the thing. I think you've heard me mention it on the show before, where a coworker of mine, friend of mine, Peter, and we were going to go through all the multiplayer maps by game in one game per week. So this past Saturday was going to be Combat Evolved. The issues that are occurring right now are this bad. When I started the Xbox Live party, he and his fiance joined. They could not hear me, and I could not hear them. But when Jamie joined the party, we could hear each other just fine. Jamie and I could also connect in-game just fine, but Peter and his fiance could not connect to us at all. So that is just showing that the Master Chief Collection is, as Terrence said earlier, kind of ripping the Xbox One apart almost.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how I'm viewing.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to describe it, and I'm just so saddened by this because like the Master Chief Collection, it is a great game. Problem is, it's just not working, and it's sad to see it happen because like everybody knows it's a great game, but just nobody can play it at all. And even with the achievements not unlocking and then multiplayer being non-existent virtually, it just isn't working.
Yeah, no. As far as the Master Chief Collection is concerned, um, it does feel like they didn't quite put in the due diligence beforehand to get it to work. It doesn't seem like a lot of other launch day mishaps that you get where it's like, oh, the servers are overloaded or our traffic is too high or stuff like that. It seems more like there are just inherent issues with the multiplayer that shouldn't have really been there to begin with. And like we said, I mean, it is unfortunate because we're all looking forward to the Master Chief Collection to get to playing it. But as far as I'm concerned, as far as a lot of people are concerned at the moment, the game is virtually unplayable. The single player is fine. So that's a bonus. The single player, it does look beautiful. I do love anniversaries, or Halo 2 anniversaries gameplay, and overall, just seeing the rest of the Halo games in 1080p, 60 frames a second is pretty phenomenal on its own. The thing is, another huge part of it was the multiplayer, though, and they did severely drop the ball on that one. So I am disappointed that that happened. But at the same time, I am hopeful they'll get it fixed. They did say that the plans for actual matchmaking fixes are going to be pushed out to, what was it, next week? Was it?
Well, the thing is, I think on Wednesday the 19th, they are doing just a content update, which at least fixes the non-matchmaking issues, I believe.
Yeah, but I think matchmaking issues have been pushed back to next week as they fix the rest of the game exploding.
They did at least push back the championship series, whatever's going on there.
Yes,
I know
they
that they
pushed
pushed
that
that
back until things are fixed. But they think that they're going to have the content update out. I thought it was by next week for
it
them
probably
to.
Is. I know that they've been doing just like periodic server updates, so that's at least when you start the game, you're not going to have to download an update. It's not going to require an update. That's all server side. I know that they're
Right.
periodically sending those out, which in some cases it has helped. I know that a good friend of mine, Curtis, every time I open or every time I get on the Xbox, I always see him playing the Master Chief Collection. He's in multiplayer, so as far as I know, he's connecting to multiplayer just fine. I know that there are some people who have had no issues whatsoever in multiplayer connecting. So there are some people who have not had issues, and even with these little updates, there are people that have progressively gone in and had less issues with it. Unfortunately, I think mine were getting worse, to be honest, but it's just good to know that at least some people are being able to connect. So at least what they're doing is helping little by little.
So we're just looking and forward to how it's going to continue. We're all excited to see once it actually does get up and running. So we're all waiting.
And
it'll be out before too terribly long.
On a side note, did you watch the first episode of Halo Nightfall?
I have not gotten a chance to yet. No.
Okay.
That is on my to-do list. I just haven't gotten an opportunity just yet.
I know that you and I were texting about it Tuesday probably, so I'll just say what I mentioned in that text to you. I liked it. I know that you were saying that a lot of people were not like, or you at least saw some.
There was a review. I forget who had done it. Who said that they were disappointed in because they had early access to it. That they were disappointed with the overall how it was shot and how it was done. And the thing is, I can see that, like, if that was an actual problem, like, I wouldn't be overly surprised if that had happened. So I don't know. I'll have to wait and see how everything's going to actually turn out. I need to watch it, of course, and then I'll make a judgment on it from there. But as of right now, I haven't watched it, so I can't, in good conscience, say it's good or bad based on someone else's review because I haven't
Right.
seen it yet.
I can at least say that personally, I really liked it. I think Logan said that he also enjoyed it. I can't remember exactly if he said that or not. I mean, I can see where some people might have issues if they don't like things. It kind of had a slower tone to it, but it's just because it's setting up everything that is to come in the show. So, I mean, I can see that some people probably didn't like it exactly. Um, but at the same time, I mean, I really enjoyed it. So,
Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna have to see how it's going to work out before I actually make a judgment on it. But I mean, I'm hoping.
yeah. I mean, I'm really looking for it. I think I asked Logan this morning when the second episode is coming. He thinks that it's coming out Tuesday, so I'm looking forward to it. Um, Especially what they at least showed in the preview for it. So I'm really looking forward to episode 2 of Halo Nightfall. Um, but that was it pretty much covers the extent of what we wanted to talk about this week.
As far as Halo's concerned, it's one of those things where we wish we had more to talk about, but the game
Yeah.
isn't actually working, so we can't speak a whole lot about it. Like I said, we kind of wish we could, but
And I know that
we're stuck.
at least last week with there not being a podcast, and then this week alone, I don't know what it has been about these past 2 weeks, but it's almost seemed like everyone has been crazy busy. I mean, there's just been so much stuff happening outside of the podcast and outside of gaming. So that's why there wasn't a podcast last week, because there was just so much stuff going on, and it ended up just being schedules just didn't allow for it to happen. And then this week, I mean, not really anyone got much gaming in. So
So this one's probably going to be a little shorter than your average
yeah,
podcast, but
I mean that this pretty much wrapped things up for this week's episode actually.
you,
So I mean, next week we will be bringing you more content because we're actually going to have Far Cry, Dragon Age, Smash Brothers, and the Pokemon
games to play.
Yeah, we'll be able to bring so much stuff. And of course, Wednesday, I know I'm going to be going into Halo and looking for those updates, seeing if all the achievements. Because I found it really hilarious because it was almost as if the achievements stopped unlocking when 343 released their first update. I hate to say that. I really do, but it's just so weird that the things that is a cumulative achievement, the things for killing X amount of enemies, even finding terminals and stuff, those still unlock. But for some reason, the first 3 levels of Halo 2, those did not unlock for me. And I've played Cairo Station 10 to 15 times, and nothing happened. But if you go, like, in-game, if you go under the Achievements tab in the actual Master Chief Collection menu, underneath those achievements, it'll show a completed white bar, which means it's there, it's just not unlocking.
It's just not there.
Right, it means you completed, because I think Logan actually went through, and a couple of them didn't unlock for him, or at least one didn't unlock for him. But after he finished Halo 2's campaign, the campaign completion for normal and easy, those still popped up. So it's still tracking the progress. It's still recognizing that you beat it, even though they're just not unlocking necessarily.
Yeah.
Multiplayer achievements, if you can get into multiplayer, work just fine. Funny story about that. Apparently, custom game multiplayer matches now count for actual multiplayer matches or something, because we ended up unlocking like win 50 matches, win 10 matches from custom games. And that was just going in to blow up soda cans. So
right.
That's interesting. I'm not sure if they intended for that to happen. I could be misreading the achievements, and it could be complete 50 matches or missions in general. So that could be a thing.
Well, I mean, I think they used to have, even in Halo 3, didn't they have something for that you could complete by just doing Forge matches or multiplayer or something like that? I thought they did.
I know there were ones for skulls in Halo 3. I don't remember Forge specific. I know there was one.
I don't think it was Forge specific. I just think you could just get it by doing the Forge. But
no, I don't know. The only thing that I can remember doing in Forge, you needed Forge in general, was to drop the Scorpion tank on someone's head.
Oh, right. That was a thing.
That's the only one I can remember, being specifically for Forge. But yeah, so hopefully this content update at least fixes the non-matchmaking issues. Hopefully some people will be able to connect a little better. And then hopefully they've got that, matchmaking, those matchmaking updates that are really, really going to need to be required to go in and fix this stuff.
Like ASAP.
Yes. So, but yeah, I mean, at least a lot of us are getting the games coming out this week, so we're going to have a bountiful amount of stuff to talk about next week. So,
I hope so.
We hope you enjoyed this just over 20-minute episode.
Yep. Not a whole lot to say, but I hope you all understand.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get it figured out.
Episode 14 will be more full. I know we're going to have at least a more full cast. Turns out, if you're wondering where Terrence disappeared to, we were planning on talking about some Nintendo topics right now. Unfortunately, Skype, for some reason, kicked him out, and he cannot rejoin. So
yeah, he kind of exploded, and there's not a ton.
I believe the Vex is attacking his house once again. If you all remember those 2 weeks that he was absent, around Destiny time, the Vex attacked his internet. So I believe it might be happening again.
Probably. That sounds about right. That sounds like Terrence.
So he's got that. I know Logan's going to be in. Logan's going to be in next week. I think Jordan will be back, and Jamie as well, probably. And of course, Jeremy and I, we will be here. We're always here. So
yep.
Have a good rest of the week, and we will see you next Thursday for episode 14. What's up, everybody? Alex O'Connor here with your post-show for episode 13. On next week's episode, we will be discussing the Master Chief Collection content update, as well as Far Cry 4, Dragon Age Inquisition, Pokemon Omega Ruby, and Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. We are looking forward to bringing you episode 14 next week, as it will be the final episode of Halo Month.